Joe Biden
Denied
today
a
is
Jew across
speaking
Europe through genocide, the Nazis called the
about
finest
the rise of anti-Semitism at the
concentration camp.
Holocaust remembrance
Gotcha.
event. And moments ago, he
By the
said that
time the war ended, 6 million Jews, one out of every 3 Jews in the entire world, were murdered. This ancient hatred of Jews didn't begin with the Holocaust. It didn't end with the Holocaust either, or even after our victory in World War II. This hatred continues to lie deep in the hearts of too many people in the world and requires our continued vigilance and outspokenness. That hatred was brought to life on October 7th in 2023. On
Joe
the sacred
Biden
Jewish
today is
holiday,
speaking
the terrorist group Hamas
about the
unleashed the
rise of
deadliest day of the
anti-Semitism
Jewish
at the
people
Holocaust
since the Holocaust.
remembrance event. And moments ago, he said that we cannot forget the Holocaust. And then said what happened on October 7th must stop, referring to the bombing of Hamas on parts of the Gaza, killing about Israelis. But I must hasten to say, and I must rebut the president, you cannot compare what happened at the Holocaust with the Jews with what happened on October 7th, when the Palestinians or Hamas bombed parts of the Gaza, killing 9 people. Because in their defense, they are saying that what they did was a response to what they believe was a Holocaustic experience for years, where they have been displaced and killed, and their nationhood have been challenged by Israel, which many people do not disagree. Israel has killed 34,000 people. So it's not Palestine trying to create another Holocaust, what happened on October 7th. And we should never compare what happened with the Jews and Holocaust with what happened on October 7th. That's an argument from convenience. In fact, that is bad analysis. Okay. First of all, we must never forget the fact that the Holocaust did happen. And Holocaust represents racism in the world, extremism in the world, okay? Populism in the world, dictatorship in the world. That's what the Holocaust represents, where thousands of Jews or peoples were killed. But so what happened in the Holocaust was racism. And when we remember the racism, it has to remember it's not just about the Jews, but it's also about the inhumanity of human beings. And so therefore, when we remember it, we must also think about what the Holocaust means for all peoples in the world, because what Russia is doing could be akin to a Holocaustic experience. Okay? And of course, many people may feel what Israel is doing into Palestine, and now they're about to engage Raffah. They believe that that's a Holocaustic experience, because many people, when you look at Israel's policy towards Palestine, they do not believe in the Palestinian state. So, and in any sense, many Palestinians don't believe that Palestine should have a state. And of course, that has been a historical rivalry between the two countries. What Biden has done was to corrupt the narrative. And that is what people have done in order to justify the killing of 34,000 people. This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot sit here and watch a very powerful country react to what happened on October 7th and then calling it and then comparing it to what happened in the Holocaust. That's pseudo-appeal to association. What happened in the Holocaust has nothing to do with what happened on October 7th, because since what has happened on October 7th was a reaction of a people who believe that they have been experiencing a Holocaustic experience by those who had themselves experienced the Holocaust. Furthermore, if we are to learn from history and from the Holocaust, then the Jews and their aggression in response to what they believe Palestine had done on October 7th should be met with fear and trembling, because they do not want to become Hitleric. As we commemorate the Holocaust, part of remembering the Holocaust is also, as human beings, we should not allow ourselves to be corrupted with ideologies like of that of Hitler, which would cause people to behave in the ways that Hitler behaved, in terms of creating a world of a pure race. So, therefore, in a sense, I believe that we must learn from that. And Biden, first of all, Mr. Many people believe that what is going on in Israel must stop, because they now are killing thousands of people and they're about to engage and invade Raffah. And in many instances, it's the civilians who are affected by this war and not Hamas, because Hamas will exist today unless they're going to destroy all of Palestine. We'll continue to listen to the presentation by the president. This is the Neoliberal Podcast. You can hate anybody you want to hate. You just cannot demonstrate that feeling of hate in acts of violence. That's what it means to live in a country that embraces and promotes free will, freedom of expression, and freedom of speech. And while we promote freedom of expression and speech, we don't promote hate speech. How do you reconcile between freedom of expression and freedom of speech with hate speech?
Great Jewish American, and Tom Montos used the phrase, "The veneer of civilization is paper thin."
That's an interesting question.
We can never rest.
I don't know. I think when the president says we don't, in America, there's no place for anti-Semitism, I am trying to understand that, because what it is to be what it is to be anti-Semitic. I'm wondering, it is as if we have created a law that forces Americans to love the Jews. No, really. No, I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about it, because I believe, if anything, we should have created laws that against acts of anti-Semitism, acts of violence, or acts that incite. Donald Trump did. They say. Some people accuse Donald Trump of inciting a rebellion, but that's not going anywhere. I don't know. It's just quite. Can I tell you, the law is really deliberately in black and white to confuse, okay, and to maintain a particular dominance, because that's why some people can get away with things and others can't, okay. But people demonize politically every day. People demonize, people scapegoat every single day. You just can't do it to Jews. Okay. Which I'm not understanding. Now, of course, I'm not saying, first of all, if we are a loving people, a people, then of course that's important. But I mean, I don't think we can force people to love other people. It has to be something that comes from our free wills and expressions and thoughts and stuff. You know what I mean? We can't force people not to have emotions of hate. But what you can do though, you can't demonstrate that in violence. And so, I mean, it's kind of, and I know, I don't think we should not compare what's going on between Palestine and Israel with what's going on with the Holocaust. If anything, people in Palestinians could say that Israel is being Hitleric.